What's up YouTube? My name is Sinwin and welcome to Automotive Economics. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the 7 things I absolutely love about my Nismo 350Z. The first reason I love this Nismo 350Z is the powertrain. This car is equipped with a 3.5 liter V6 dubbed the VQ35HR. It has 306 horsepower and 268 foot-pounds of torque. You can't talk about the drivetrain without talking about the transmission as well. This engine and transmission together make a really good team because the transmission is super smooth, engine super smooth, powerful, enough to get you in trouble, but also enough to get you pretty good gas mileage as well. My second reason why I love this car is that the Nismo 350Zs have a seam welded chassis. They actually have Yamaha dampers, and Nissan, Nismo, Altec, and Yamaha work together on getting the car more dampers to stiffen up the chassis. It makes the car very rigid and handles really well. Stiffens up everything so it's not sloppy, doesn't drive like a normal car. It is a track focused road car. There's the damper right there, and you can see Nismo on it, and it goes across. There's another one in the back, as well as this H-brace in the front to stiffen up the chassis. The third reason why I love this car is because of the suspension, the wheels, and the brake system. In the factory, this car came with 4 piston Brembos in the front and 2 piston Brembos in the rear, and Nismo raised 5-spoke Nismo wheels, but I put some Advan RZs on here. The thing I really like about this car is that at stock height, it's actually lower than normal 350Z, and it actually handles a ton better as well. So if you want to go aftermarket, you really have to spend a ton of money to be able to really beat this suspension and get a better suspension for your money, because the stock suspension is actually really good. I actually know a lot of people that do track their Nismos, just bone stock suspension, stock exhaust, stock everything, and they do really well. The fourth thing I love about this car is the interior. For a track-focused street car, the interior is actually really minimalistic, and it's not the most fanciest, is that even a word? Most fanciest. Well, I'm Asian, so I don't really know the proper term to say that, but I really like the interior because it makes you feel like this car was meant for the track and not for the road. And to me, if I'm buying a Nismo, I'm buying it for that reason. I'm driving the crap out of this car. I don't really want to make it a car that just sits there and gets stared at without getting driven. There's the doors, steering wheel, the 2 seats. The seats are cloth, and they are the black and red Nismo theme. The steering wheel is still from a regular 350Z. The only difference is the red stitching. Not sure if you guys can really see that. The light's kind of getting worse, but I always drive this car with the traction control off just because the OEM Nissan traction control is really not the best in the world, and I just like to have a little bit more fun sometimes. And of course, we don't need the TPMS sensors. Who needs them? As you can tell, you really have all the necessities. Have oil pressure, you can adjust this to whatever you want. RPMs is right in the middle with a really nice and cool Nismo badging right there. I have my Tommy Hire shift knob. It's a heavy bevy, so it's very heavy. It makes the throw so much better, and I absolutely love it. And in this car, it's basically the cloth seats out of the base model, but I think they look really good in this car, and they're manual seats. But in a race car, why do you need power seats or even heated seats? What's creature comfort? The fifth reason why I love this car is because the body kit. Look at how it flows with the car. It is actually derived from the Super GT championship winning Z, and it's just toned down, more streetable version, and it just makes the car work. I used to hate the back bumper, but now, I don't know, it's starting to grow on me. What do you think? I mean, I could probably eat my ramen noodles on it, but I just think the kit works really well with the V3 wing, the side skirt add-ons, the front bumper, the rear bumper. If you would just have this rear bumper on there without that wing, I think it would look stupid. But in this case, everything just flows together, and it being functional, I believe, is a positive, a really, really big positive. The sixth reason why I love this car is ever since the 2003 model came out, up until the Nismos before they went to the 370Zs, aftermarket support has been awesome. You can do anything from headers, intake, exhaust, interior, exterior, carbon fiber, everything, body kits, wide bodies, wheels, brakes, suspension, everything, you name it, this car has aftermarket support. I personally have had 3 Nismos before. My first one was just a normal stock one because I was going to college and I didn't really have money to modify it and whatnot. My second one, I did a full show build, full interior, full exterior, suspension, wheels, the whole 9 yards. And this one I actually bought to track. I'm gonna eventually be tracking. I've done autocross in it and I want to drift again, so maybe I'll drift this car. I don't know for sure yet, but stay tuned. As you can tell, I've already modified this car a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep it as stock as possible just because I don't want to dump too much money in this car like I did my last Nismo. But I already did Yokohama Advan RZ wheels, and I've put an engine exhaust on it. The seventh reason why I love this car is that it's a very, very limited chassis. They only made 1,613 of them, and this is number 877. I've on 352 and 0064, and that was my favorite chassis number because it was a really, really low number. This one's a little bit higher and it's an 08, so it's not as desirable to me, and the color isn't the best, but the color's actually grown on me a lot. And I used to not like silver cars. I've always been a black and gray car type of person, or a white car type of person, but it's really, really grown on me, and the car looks really, really good in silver. And I never really thought they looked amazing, but it's really, really grown on me, and I hope to be able to do more things with it soon. I'm gonna start planning on tracking it, autocrossing it, stuff like that. May even drift for you guys, so who knows. The Nismo 350Zs have a little bit of a special feeling to them. The interior, I showed you guys that earlier, but there's the plaque. I'm not sure if you can really tell, but it's number 877. Every single Nismo comes with that, and there's a lot of people on the internet that buy these wrecked and steal those plates and try to recreate these, but the original is always better. We all know that. Thank you so much for watching this video of the 7 reasons why I love my Nismo 350Z. If you like this video, please share with all your friends and stuff. If you know something that I didn't point out and love something about your car that I didn't point out, even if it's a regular 350Z, whatever edition it may be, if you leave a comment down below, let me know what you love about your car. This is Automotive Economics. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.